This final arc of Black Clover is going full speed ahead because of the fact that we're going to get Asta versus Lucius right here, right now. And especially since we already get a glimpse of a backstory on Lucius and his relationship with Julius and his whole plot of undying bodies in this chapter. And it's just going insane after insane because everything that we kind of have speculated that Julius and Lucius is probably sharing one body has been confirmed. But also seeing the plans of undying bodies that Lucius has been spilling since the last arc, that it will revive that everybody in humanity throughout the whole entire kingdom will be sacrificed and be reborn into a new creation. So which means that Lucius is pretty much playing as God at this current moment. But let's go and begin in the beginning of this crazy ass chapter while we begin with a flashback on Lucius' thought process on all of this that was going down. And it actually begins saying that I thought a lot. I am the most talented devil host in history of our family, a unique being that was born with two souls in a body. So, which means that it confirms that Julius and Lucius actually share one body, and it's kind of the same effect as we saw from Patri and Lit. And we see both of these two souls, Julius and Lucius, actually communicating with each other because both of these guys actually have the same ideas that they want to do. They want to build a society that is equal. They don't want like corporism or have like a society where, you have like royalties are looking down on people who are less than them and vice versa. And so it seems like the concept is pretty much a positive concept where they just want everyone to get along and everyone to be equal. But one is going to a dangerous road and the other one is going to more of a peaceful road. And it kind of looks like that when Lucius and Julius, they both have the same ideas. It seems like Lucius was trying to give Julius the opportunity to go ahead and do it, but it seems like Julius has failed and Lucius started to take the mantle and started doing things on his own way because he's like, hey, my way is going to be more successful and everything else, especially since I have the time devil Othroth. Because during the backstory, because Lucius, he is underneath the temple where they do the devil binding ritual ceremony with a whole bunch of tablets, and there he says, following Othroth, the supreme time devil shall gives me the only answer that I'm questioning. And during that whole time, we go and we see the inner conversations between Lucius and Julius. And it's so funny how you could tell which one is which based on the background, because when Lucius is talking, the background is black, and while Julius is talking, the background is white. And during the inner conversation, Lucius is saying, I have seen it, Julius, the future, the true peace of this world. But Julius saying that but Lucius cut him off and he says, I also foresaw that you attempt to stop me. You are the one who is close to me, and even you cannot understand my plan. And as the conversation continues to go, Lucius is pointing at Julius in his face saying, what are you going to do, Lucius? It's all right, Julius. I have seen everything. And during that course of time, we can see what is going on. Now we get a better understanding because in the last page of chapter 31, when Lucius revealed himself in the last page, he says, all right, time's up, which means that he probably gave Julius the opportunity to go ahead and go on his direction and his way to go ahead and find the peace that they both want. So now, since Julius has already not been successful, he's going to take over and he's going to do his way because he sees that his way was more. So we continue on with the present, and while Lucius is in front of Asta and everyone's just like, the Wizard King, like, bro, where have you been? But then all of a sudden Asta, he felt something wrong, something feels off, and he says, that's not right. you're not the Wizard King. Who are you? But then Lucius activated his time magic and start to freeze the area around them. So everyone is frozen in time. So Lucius is like, okay, this is my opportunity to go ahead and try to finish off Asta. But Asta anti-magic starts to burst out of his body, and we start to see the Asta black form. And as that happening, Lucius is like, oh yeah, that's right. His anti-magic, his powers is different. So Asta, he's able to move around while everyone's can't because his anti-magic is protecting him. So as Asta, he's seeing this, he's just realizing, like, wait a minute, everyone's not moving. What's going on? He's like, this is the power of the Wizard King, but something is really off. Also told Asta, like, hey, I had taken in Lucifero. And then that's when Asta, he realized that, yo, his magic is much stronger than what it was before. So he says that, where is Julius? He's like, you're not Julius. He was just like, you're human, but you're not human. So who are you? What did you do with the Wizard King? And then this is when Lucius introduced himself. He says, hey, I am Lucius. I am the savior of this world. And Julius is dead. Asta is shocked by the news. He's just like, the Wizard King is dead? Oh my gosh. Like, what's going on? But then Lucius explained to Asta, like, hey, Julius had one mission. And one job only, was to ensure that our ideas will be fulfilled. But Julius, he decided to take the route of no sorrow, no hatred, no conflict. But all of a sudden, we all just want true peace. Asta was saying true peace. And then this is when Lucius, he tells Asta his real plan is, in saying that I'm going to fix all of humanity and mankind. After I destroy them, they will be rebuilt and reborn through the magic of my siblings. I will remake them all and to be happy and equal. And then to ensure nothing goes wrong ever again, I will rule them all as the final Wizard King. And he says, all of this will go through, but only one flaw in this world that will stop me. And that is you, Asta, as he points to Asta. You are the flaw. No such being or righteous person in my future should not have any flaws. I must remove them. A creature who does not have any magic. That is just wrong. Then Asta, he's just yelling back saying, who are you to call a flaw, huh, you bastard? Basically, you're just some bad guy who's taken over the Wizard King's body. You want to destroy all humanity? What load of crap. The Wizard King risked his life to save us all. That's the Wizard King and everyone else that admires. There's no way the Wizard King would die that easily, so I'm going to stop you and save him. As Lucius, he is just dying laughing, like, okay, bruh, like, go ahead and try, because I'm stronger than Julius, so what's going to happen, bruh? So Asta, he goes ahead and he breaks the Lucius time magic spell, and as he breaks the spell, he goes into his devil union mode, and then he's summoning his katana and his other sword. And as he says, right here, right now, I will surpass the Wizard King. And as Asta, he's getting ready to battle against Lucius, and the chapter ends as this cliffhanger. Man, this chapter was really insane and crazy. We are finally able to see what Lucius is doing, and he is not wasting any time at all. And the theory of Julius and Lucius sharing one body came true, and that Asta, he's willing to go ahead and do battle against Lucius. So what kind of technique and offense did Asta able to do? But other than that, let me know down in the comment section what you guys feel, what you guys think was going to happen in the next chapter of Black Clover, because this is really insane. But other than that, if you guys do like the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and remember, always be decent. This is the Monotone Man, and hope you guys have a wonderful day. Be safe and always be decent. All right.